You've got a veteran player in the final year of his contract who has turned down your contract offers up until this point. How far apart do you think both sides are right now?
We're under the lights here on Monday night, just moments away from kickoff here on EA Sports. It's pouring rain here, Phil, as we approach kickoff.
When you see this kind of rain, Jim, it's about the field. How will it hold up? If it keeps raining like this, it's going to be a huge factor in today's outcome.
This game is underway. Davis going to test the coverage here. The ball is fumbled. Almost picked up, and now he's taking it back the other way.
Always hustle on the kick teams and always be alert. That football came loose. What a job by the kicking team falling on it and getting that fumble.
They come to the line of scrimmage and an excellent starting point. First down at the 23. Lynch looking for a lane. Taken down at the 21. Here's a look at the Seahawks offense. They will be expecting far greater efficiency today. A week ago, they turned it over on 3 occasions. Second down and 8. Lynch. And that gains 1. And here's the Dolphins defense. They know they need to force turnovers today, coming off a game in which they had no takeaways. The Dolphins defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Wilson from the shotgun. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
And the kick is good for 3. And they take the lead with this field goal in the first.
Yeah, good job there by the offense, driving down the field. And anytime you get points early in the game, that is a confidence boost for your football team.
Davis going to run this one out. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33, maybe the 34-yard line.
trying to trick them here with the Wildcat formation.
Defense crowding the line of scrimmage. Look out, this could be a blitz.
Shazier's there to take him down. Here's a look at the Dolphins offense. A week ago, they had no ability to hold on to the football, giving it away 4 times. The Dolphins take it from the 38. And now Tannehill's going to take off. Tannehill's going to give himself up here and slide the play to an end.
Good job that time by the quarterback sliding. The team, you are valuable to them throwing the football, not running. Slide before you take that hit.
Tannehill gives it up. And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
The Seahawks defense now is going to go nickel. 2nd down and 5. Running room. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
First down here after the run.
The Dolphins all bunched up here as they get set at the line. Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun. It's caught by Kenny Stills. The Dolphins doing their part to spread breast cancer awareness this month in the NFL. Plenty of pink on their uniforms today and throughout the stadium. Running room. Gains 11.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. First down and 10.
Tannehill's taking off.
Locked. Touchdown, Miami.
They take the lead here late in the first quarter with the touchdown.
Yeah, nothing like it. Before that first quarter was up, they found a way to get in the end zone and get that score to take the lead. And, hey, that's a good feeling.
The Dolphins setting up for the kickoff. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Seahawks bring their offense onto the field. The last time they had control of the football, they did not come away empty-handed, but did not get a touchdown either.
Well, they got that field goal, and I think that's important. That field goal gave them a little confidence. They got some points up there that always makes you feel good on the offensive side. Now take advantage of that good feeling. Go out there and score a touchdown this time.
Let's see if they can finish off a drive. First down at the 23. That's his first reception today.
One of the better talented tight ends in the NFL. He makes that catch just right in stride and gets a nice catch.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
First and 10. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch.
Wake's able to read that play and make the hit.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
And now they'll try over again on second down.
Here we are about to start the second quarter, and both offenses still seem to be trying to figure out a game plan for this one, Phil.
The heck with figuring out things. It's time to open it up a little bit. You got to take some chances to make positive plays in this league. These are good defenses, so if you want to get some productive plays on the offensive side, take a chance and go down the field with the football.
Delmas is in on the tackle.
Jim, this time it's a halfback screen. Nice job by the quarterback. The halfback, good job after catching it. Picked up some good yards.
Wilson's 3 for 3 with that completion. First and 10. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. Early in the second quarter, they've staked themselves to the lead with that touchdown.
Yeah, listen, don't start looking at that scoreboard, though. It's too early in the game. You just got to keep playing. Don't worry about winning and losing, but it's nice to be on top.
Steven Hauschka ready for the kickoff. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20.
The Dolphins coming back onto the field to start this drive after what was really sort of a textbook touchdown drive the last time they had the ball in their hands.
Yeah, let's give a lot of credit to that offensive line. They were awesome. They did everything well. Usually you have an offensive line can only do one of the two things well, run block or pass block. This one, they do them both well. That's why they had so much success on that last drive.
The Dolphins in the full house, set now at the line. They'll go ground. Lacy, right side. The Dolphins have a third down coming up. They did a great job a week ago of converting on third down. 3rd and 5. And he's going to be dumped. And that's a 3-and-out.
This defense, Phil Simms, really taking some chances out here early, and it's paying off as they force the punt.
There's two things going on out there, Jim. We got some good defense, but we got a bad offense on the other side. They got to change their play selection.
This punt will be returned. He'll pick up 7 this time. The Seahawks offense ready to continue its recent run here as they've scored the last 2 times they've had it, Phil.
Let's look at it from the defensive side. What do you think they're thinking? Oh, my gosh, what's coming next? Because everything the offense has tried so far has worked.
The Dolphins lined up in the nickel. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 45. Into the hands of Jimmy Graham. Gains 15. That's reception number 2 for him. The Seahawks are up right now, Phil, and that's at least partly due to the play of their quarterback. Wilson's on fire.
It's an awesome feeling as a quarterback to be in rhythm, to get people open and have time to throw the football down the field. That's why they're winning, Jim. You said it right. The quarterback is hot.
And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on 1st down.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
Pass is intercepted. And a flag is down. The defense accepts the penalty.
Phil, they needed their defense to step up here before the intermission, and they do just that with the interception.
Yeah, the defense came through. They did it. Now let's see if the offense can go out there and step up and finish this job off.
Lacy, a solo back set. Toss play to Lacy. And gains maybe 4.
Lacy is a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
Halftime is coming up, but first we reach the 2-minute warning. And here we have 2nd down. From the gun, Tannehill. Landry's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
When you're a quarterback throwing against zone defenses, look for the open space. That's what he did that time. He found it, and the receiver ran in there and made the catch.
The ball lands in the hands of Landry.
You know, you go to the hurry-up offense so you can get a high number of plays in, but also you don't want to use the timeout.
Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
The Dolphins snap it at the 36. It's caught by Devontae Parker. Mitchell's there to make the tackle. This next play will take place at the 11. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Ball is out. The defense has the football. Now this offense has an opportunity to build on its lead after getting the football back on a fumble recovery going into the half.
Yeah, take advantage of this situation. Go out there now and show this defense something they haven't seen already. Catch them by surprise and build on this lead.
Oh, and almost picked off that time. Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Seahawks official. They wouldn't specifically say what the injury was other than it's an upper body injury that won't stop him from returning. Back to you.
The Seahawks from the 22. Doug Baldwin makes the catch. And Delmas there to make the tackle.
The key to being a really good route runner and running these drag routes across the field is show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of you. The quarterback will take care of that.
Now 1st and 10. And the reception by Doug Baldwin. The Seahawks, 1 timeout remaining.
At the line of scrimmage, the 41.
1st down following the long play. Wilson's back in shotgun formation. Has the reception all alone. 1st down here.
Jim, a good decision here by the coaches to go into hurry-up offense right before halftime. You want to get as many plays off as you can before the halftime whistle blows. Well, that last play almost got them in here, and when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Fakes the throw. Vernon gets to the quarterback.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
Climbs the ladder, and he has it. We're headed to the half here in a tight, low-scoring defensive battle. I'm sure both teams will be making adjustments offensively coming out of the half. Larry Ridley's coming up next. The second half is officially underway. And he'll start his return. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Seahawks come out to open up the second half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances.
Makes the reception. Gains 20.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
The Seahawks come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. And it's knocked down.
Nice job that time by the defensive player. He is all over the receiver in this man-to-man coverage, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football.
Lynch lined up as the single back. Lynch has got it. Counter run. And a flag comes out. The defense will take the penalty.
When you're going against a defense that is fast, sometimes you can fool them with the counter run, but they're so good, so athletic, they can adjust, and they still get in there and make the play before you gain any yards.
The Dolphins with a nickel look here on defense.
Russell Wilson will take it from the gun.
Olivier Vernon takes down the quarterback.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
It'll be 3rd down. The Seahawks will set up. The 44 is the first down line. Wilson's got it in the gun. Launching it deep. And it falls incomplete.
The Seahawks don't have a lot of options on 3rd and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
No chance to return this one as that punt is headed to the sidelines. The Dolphins talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach,
the defense gets the sack. The Seahawks were hoping for a whole lot of sacks out of this young man when they drafted him in the first round, and that's number one.
Oh, man, what a sight to see your pass rusher get there and get that first sack. Boy, they're thinking, hey, this is going to be an outstanding year. I don't know about that, but I know he's off to a good start.
Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
The Dolphins did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and, you know, you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
The Dolphins will line up in a full house set. Shazier's there to make the stop.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Seahawks defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. 2nd and 3. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Eddie Lacy is one big running back. How about he can fill that uniform out, and he does a good job that time getting the first down.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. First down at the 44. Tackle made by Bennett that time.
Lacy is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
2nd and 6. And there's Cameron. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
The Dolphins look pretty confident out there on the field, don't they? And they're very calm, and they should be. That first down, they're right in this game. Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
First down and 10. Tannehill's going to scramble. Over to Cameron. And that's a 2-yard gain.
I know you won't believe this, but sometimes completing a short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
Tannehill's now completed 4 in a row. 2nd down and 7. Kenny Stills has the reception.
When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
Miami in the end zone for the touchdown. Williams got his first touchdown of the season. The point after try is in the books. The Seahawks are set to return the kickoff. He's going to be tackled right around the 46-yard line.
Well, a lot of good things happen on both sides of football this time. How about that return by the return team? Good job, good blocking. Look at the speed of that guy running. They get the tackle from behind. They stop the touchdown.
The Dolphins defense now is going to go nickel. First down at the 46. Lynch is taken down at the 40.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Wilson with the give. Lynch is tackled down at the 31.
Well, I think we all know the situation here. It's a close game in the second half, and you're losing, but you pick up a first down. Oh, my gosh, that opens up many more possibilities, what you can do on the offensive side. Good job by the offense.
Lynch lined up as the single back. 1st and 10. Again, the lean on him. Delmas is there that time for the tackle.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Second down and 4. They go screen with Lynch. And this will end up as a 2-yard loss.
Well, we see it more and more. Football thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
They come to the line at the 28. The Seahawks will look to get to the 21 to extend the drive and pick up a first. Looking across the middle, finds Cobb.
The Seahawks, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
The give, and that gains a few.
Defense wasn't fooled by that play call. The defense, even though their team is leading, they were ready for the run, and they stopped the offense that time just for a couple yards.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. This is a time where the quarterback has to manage the clock, has to be very careful. Trailing, needing points to get back into this one. Third down now. Time that this one's running out, and the defense knows it needs another stop. Touchdown, Seahawks. Lynch has caught his first touchdown of the season. You don't want to score too early in this situation. That touchdown puts them in front, and still 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, you said it right. It could have been too early. That's a lot to say, that you can come out here and stop this quarterback for 4 downs. It's very tough to do. We'll find out.
Got the touchdown, got the 2-point conversion. People love to go for 2 in this game, don't they?
Well, they do, and you know what? Now I guess you and I just can't sit here and blast the coach for a bad decision. When you pick up the 2 points, you can't complain about what they're trying to do.
2 minutes remaining, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down. Pressure on every snap now. We're drawing near a close, and the defense is trying to preserve a victory. The catch is made by Cameron for a gain of about 5.
Nice job that time by the tight end. Makes the catch, and you got to look out for him now in the NFL. Remember, they're usually the closest receiver to the quarterback. Quarterback gets in trouble, he's going to look for the tight end.
The Dolphins from the 27.
It's caught by Landry. Sherman's in on the tackle. Now on first down. Every snap crucial the rest of the way.
If you think you can get a play off quickly and not use a timeout, you go with the hurry-up offense. That time, a good job by the coach and the quarterback. Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes, because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
Second down and 10. Tannehill's on the move. Has space.
This is why teams are always practicing the 2-minute offense for situations just like this. You have the football under 2 minutes to go. You're losing. You pick up some good yards, and your player is smart enough to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
The Dolphins have to get to the 49 for a first. The Dolphins get a first down. First down. Pressure on every snap now.
This is a good decision by the coach. You're down late in the game, getting that hurry-up offense. And what it does, give yourself as many chances as possible, but a lot of times when you get in a hurry-up offense, it makes the defense take less chances, and I think that gives you even a better chance to come back and win the game.
2 tight ends on the field here. Second and 10. And Sherman nearly had the pick.
Well, I think it's important for the defense, anytime it's a 3rd and long situation for the offense, to know where those first down markers are, give a little ground, and make sure you're able to come up and make the tackle short of the first down marker.
Butler's there to catch the defense was trying to come up with the big stop there, but the offense is able to keep the chains moving.
Well, there's just no panic in the offense when you see what they've done so far here today, Jim. They kept their heads about them, and they just calmly executed that third down play.
Tannehill from the gun. He was looking short, but the pass falls incomplete.
Well, it's all about timing when you talk about a quarterback and receiver. They both got to be on the same page, know what each one is expected from the other. That time it was not there. That's why we have another incompletion.
Tannehill's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Jarvis Landry with the catch. Gains 16. Now on first down. Every snap crucial the rest of the way.
Good job by the offense going the hurry-up offense. You do this to get the plays in, but also you want to conserve the timeouts.
The Dolphins decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one. Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. Tannehill's going to take it from the gun. Tannehill's on the move.
Well, every play is not going to be a masterpiece. This time the quarterback broke out of the pocket. He doesn't find anything he likes, so he makes a good, quick decision, gets rid of the football.
The Seahawks come out in a dime package. Ryan Tannehill will take it from the gun. Got a flag down here. In the late going. The football in position now. In the red zone. And here the defense knows this is where it cannot buckle.
What makes it so tough for the defenses in the red zone that the offense has a whole new set of plays once they get inside the 20, so you got to be looking out for everything.
Phil, it looks like you're going to miss that flight home as we're going to overtime after the field goal kick is good.
It was a nice kick, Jim, and no, I'm not going to miss the flight home because I have a private plane that's ready to go whenever I am. So there you go.
The Seahawks come onto the field. The game now is in the hands of this offensive unit with the game tied, Phil.
Jim, this is a situation now where you just don't come out here and just try to make it happen. The game is tied. If it doesn't work, you figure, well, let's try to get into overtime. So be careful on these first couple plays and make sure you don't make a big mistake. Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
With an interception. The defense has done its job. Now can the offense do theirs, Phil? Coming off an interception in the fourth.
And I know they got some plays that they haven't used in this game yet. Bring them out right now. Make the play and win this game.
The Dolphins head to the line. They've got one timeout left here in the fourth quarter. It's a two tight end formation. The Dolphins snap it up at the 26. The ball lands in the hands of Landry.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. The Dolphins will take the snap from the 40. Throws the pass. That's dropped by Stills, who couldn't bring it in.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
That leads us to second down. Airing it out. Intercepted. So here in overtime, the rules change. If you receive the ball first and get a touchdown, the game is over. However, if you take the ball down on your first drive and only manage a field goal, the other team will have a chance to tie or win the game. And if both teams get field goals on their opening drives, the next team to score from there will win the game. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Seahawks with the ball back now, benefiting from the turnover after giving the ball up themselves just a few minutes earlier. We're seeing mistakes start to accumulate here, Phil, for both teams.
Yeah, I think, Jim, that's what you call them. You call them mistakes. They are turnovers. They're just giving the football away. There's no excuse for that. Man, they got to tighten things up here in this game.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And on the catch, it's Randall Cobb. Third down. Wilson set, empty backfield. Wilson from the shotgun. Jimmy Graham with the grab. That's his 4th catch of the day.
So I look at all these great tight ends in the NFL now. Makes me think of the NBA. These are power forwards who said to heck with that. They want to be pass catchers, and they're good at it.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. Almost intercepted. The Seahawks will take the snap from the 45. Makes the catch in open space. Baldwin tackled down.
Corner routes are not thrown enough in this league anymore. A lot of teams don't do it because it takes a strong-arm quarterback to get it done. That was a terrific throw up the field that time.
The offense is set at the line for the 1st down after that completion. And Jones in on the tackle. Second down here after that run play. This will be ruled incomplete. Didn't get the feet down.
When receivers are running drag routes across the field, you got to have nice touch.
We have a review coming from the booth. There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
First off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
And he's tackled down after picking up the 1st. That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. Third down after the penalty. Midway through the overtime. The offense is still on the field here on 4th down, needing 9 for the 1st.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
Breaking huddle at the 21.
1st down here after the completion. Wilson's back in shotgun formation. The catch is made by Randall Cobb. And the illegal block in the back is going to move this team back.
Yeah, you know, Jim, the rule of thumb here is if you can read the name on the back of the jersey, don't block it.
1st down all the way. They'll go ground. And Jones in on the tackle. Play after play after play here on this drive. 1st and 10. Staying with the ground.
The Dolphins guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
Coming up, second down. And now we reach the 2-minute warning.
Coming up to the line at the 11.
Second and 11. It's a walk-off touchdown beyond belief.
Nowadays, so many kids, they grow up, they want to be wide receivers. I don't blame them. They're out there, they get to catch the football, they get to score touchdowns, they get to do dances, and you're not really allowed to hit them either. What a job.
So we had to go to overtime to find a winner in this one, and one team found a way to get it done.
Yeah, they did. You know, in overtime, it is a nervous time, and to get it done in overtime, that has to be a wonderful feeling.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.